Let me ask you something. You're intelligent, right? You've got education. You make calculated decisions at work. You can debate politics, explain complex ideas, and maybe even solve a Rubik's Cube. So answer me this. Why did you spend $47 on DoorDash last week when there was perfectly good food in your fridge? Why do you have 3 streaming subscriptions you barely use? Why is there a gym membership draining your account $50 a month that you haven't touched in 4 months? Here's the truth bomb. Intelligence and financial wisdom are not the same thing. In fact, research shows that the smarter you are, the better you become at justifying terrible money decisions. Your brain, that supposedly rational computer between your ears, is actively sabotaging your bank account. And it's doing it in ways you don't even realize. I'm about to expose the 7 psychological traps that are costing you thousands of dollars every single year. And more importantly, I'm giving you the exact counter strategies to rewire your relationship with money starting today. Because here's what changed everything for me. Rich people aren't born with a money gene. They just understand the war happening inside their own heads. Let's win that war together. Right now. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we dive deep into the psychology of money, why we do what we do, and how to do better without the judgment or financial jargon. Before we start, let me tell you why this topic hits close to home. 2 years ago, I watched one of the smartest people I know, a guy with a master's degree in computer science, working at a top tech firm, lose $3,000 in a single month. Not on some disaster, on small, stupid decisions he couldn't even explain afterward. Starbucks every morning instead of making coffee at home. Impulse buys on Amazon because it was on sale. Lending money to friends he knew wouldn't pay back because he didn't want to seem tight. When I asked him why, he said something that stuck with me. I don't know, I just wasn't thinking. But that's the thing, he was thinking. His brain was just thinking in the wrong direction. And that's what we're unpacking today. The 7 cognitive biases that turn intelligent people into financial self-saboteurs. I'll give you real-world examples for each one, explain the psychology behind it, and hand you a practical fix you can use this week. No fluff, no lectures, just results. Let's get into it. Bias number 1, the sunk cost fallacy. Here's the simple version. Your brain hates admitting defeat. So instead of cutting your losses, you keep investing in losing situations because you've already come this far. Classic example. Your streaming subscriptions. You signed up for HBO Max to watch one show. You paid $16 for the month. You watched the show in the first week. Now you've got 3 weeks left, and you're forcing yourself to find something, anything to watch. You're browsing at midnight, watching shows you don't care about because you don't want that $16 to go to waste. But here's the trap. You've already spent that $16. It's gone. Whether you watch 0 hours or 100 hours, that money is spent. Yet you're sacrificing your sleep, your time, your mental energy, all worth way more than $16, trying to save money that's already gone. This is the sunk cost fallacy, and it shows up everywhere in your financial life. You stay in a failing side business because you've already invested $2,000, and it would be a waste to quit now. You keep paying for that gym membership, $600 a year, that you've used twice because you already paid for the year. You finish terrible food at a restaurant because I paid for it. Your brain is trying to avoid the pain of loss, but it's actually creating bigger losses. Economists call this irrational escalation of commitment. I call it financial self-destruction. The fix, the dead money rule. Here's what you do. Every month, identify one sunk cost in your life. Something you've already paid for that's not serving you. A subscription you don't use? Cancel it. Don't wait for the billing cycle to finish. A business investment that's going nowhere? Cut your losses, sell the equipment, move on. The gym membership you've attended twice in 6 months? Cancel today. Stop the bleeding. Write this down and put it where you'll see it. Past money is dead money. My job is to protect future money. When you free yourself from the sunk cost trap, you free up resources, money, time, energy, to invest in things that actually work. That's not quitting. That's a strategic reallocation. That's how smart people start acting smart with money. Bias number 2, present bias. This is the heavyweight champion of financial self-sabotage. If there's one bias that's keeping you broke, it's this one. Here's what it means. Your brain is wired to value immediate pleasure exponentially more than future benefits. And I mean exponentially. Picture this. It's Friday evening. Payday just hit. You've had a brutal week. Your boss was on your case. Traffic was insane, and your landlord was bugging you about something. You open Instagram. You see a sleek new smartwatch. Or maybe it's AirPods Pro. Or those sneakers you've been eyeing for weeks. $250. Your brain whispers, you've earned this, you work hard, life is short, treat yourself. So you buy it. Now let's be clear, I'm not here to shame you. $250 on something you want isn't financial ruin. But here's what your brain conveniently forgets to calculate. If you took that same $250 and invested it every month for a year, just 12 months, you'd have $3,000. Not counting interest or investment growth. In 5 years, that's $15,000. With compound returns and a decent index fund averaging 8% annually, you're looking at over $18,000. But your brain doesn't see the future you. It doesn't care that the future you will be stressed about rent, about emergencies, about retirement. Your brain only sees now, and now wants that watch. This is why diets fail on day 3. This is why people with 6-figure salaries still live paycheck to paycheck. This is why you keep saying, I'll start saving next month, and next month never comes. Present you and future you are at war. And without a system, present you wins every single time. The fix, the 72-hour rule, plus reverse budgeting. Here's your 2-part weapon. Part 1, before you buy anything non-essential, anything that's not groceries, rent, transportation, medicine, or bills, you wait 72 hours, not 48, not 24. 72 full hours. Screenshot it. Add it to your cart, but don't check out. Walk away. Here's what happens. About 60–70% of the time, the desire evaporates. You forget about it. That urgent need, it was just a dopamine craving and it passed. The 30–40% of the time you still want it after 3 days, buy it guilt-free, because now it's a conscious decision, not an impulsive reaction. Part 2, reverse budgeting. Most people budget like this. Paycheck comes in, pay bills, spend on life, save whatever's left. The problem? There's never anything left. Flip it. Paycheck comes in, savings come out first, automated transfer, no thinking, then you live on what remains. Pay yourself first. Future you is depending on present you to have their back. This isn't restriction, this is freedom. Because once you've secured your future, you can spend the rest without guilt. Bias number 3, overconfidence bias. If you're educated, if you're successful in your career, if people call you smart, this one is especially dangerous for you. Here's what it means. You overestimate your ability to predict outcomes, beat the odds, and outsmart systems designed by people way more experienced than you. Let me tell you about my friend Jake. Jake is a data analyst, top of his class, works for a Fortune 500 company. The guy can build predictive models in his sleep. Last year, Jake saw people making money on cryptocurrency. He saw the headlines, watched a few YouTube videos, joined a Discord group, and he thought, I'm analytical. I work with data every day. I can do this. I'll just be smarter than the average person. So Jake took his emergency fund, $5,000 he'd been building for a year, and threw it into a coin someone in his Telegram group called the next Ethereum. 6 weeks later, that coin crashed. Jake lost $3,500. Now, is Jake stupid? Absolutely not. But his intelligence became his enemy. Because smart people are exceptional at rationalizing bad decisions. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your IQ, your degree, your job title, none of that protects you from market forces, from scams, from bad luck. The market doesn't care that you graduated summa cum laude. Forex doesn't care that you're good with numbers. Crypto doesn't care that you watch 4 hours of tutorials. When you step into arenas you don't understand with money you can't afford to lose, you're not investing. You're gambling, and the house always wins. The fix, the 10% rule. Plus, the knowledge test. Here's your two-part defense. Rule 1, only invest money you can afford to lose completely. Not some of it, all of it. Gone, zero. If losing that money would affect your ability to pay rent, eat, or handle an emergency, you cannot invest it. Full stop. Want to try crypto? Take 10% of your discretionary income, money left after savings, bills, and emergency fund, and experiment with that. Lose it? It stings, but you're fine. Win? Congrats, you've learned something valuable. Rule 2, the knowledge test. Before you invest in anything, you must be able to explain it clearly to a 12-year-old. How it works, how it makes money, what the risks are. If you can't do that, you don't understand it. And if you don't understand it, you don't invest in it. I don't care how smart you are. If you can't explain it simply, you don't know it well enough to risk your money. Warren Buffett has a rule. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for you. Overconfidence isn't confidence, it's arrogance. And the market punishes arrogance without mercy. Bias number 4, social proof, also known as herd mentality. This might be the most painful one to admit because it's about ego, status, and our desperate need to belong. Here's what it means. You make financial decisions based not on what makes sense for your situation, but on what everyone else is doing. Your friends are going to that trendy new brunch spot, $65 per person with drinks. You've got $200 to last the week, but you go anyway because you don't want to be that broke friend. Everyone's talking about the new iPhone 16 Pro. Your 3-year-old iPhone 12 works perfectly fine, but you feel left behind, so you finance one on a payment plan you can barely afford to keep up. Your coworker just leased a BMW. Now you're browsing car dealerships even though you live 20 minutes from work and could easily take public transit or Uber, which costs maybe $15 a day, way cheaper than a $450 monthly car payment. This is the most expensive bias on this list because it's not rational, it's emotional. It's about your fear of judgment, your need for validation, your terror of being seen as less than. And social media amplifies this to an insane degree. Everyone's highlight reel is on display, and you're comparing it to your behind the scenes. But here's what nobody tells you in those Instagram comments. That guy flexing in a new Tesla? He's 3 months behind on the payment and living on credit cards. That influencer with the designer everything? She's got $40,000 in credit card debt and panic attacks about money every night. That coupled with the perfect life online, they fight about money constantly because they're both pretending for strangers. You are destroying your financial future to impress people who are also faking it. Let me say that again. You're going broke to impress people who are also going broke trying to impress you. The fix, the personal mission statement, plus the boundary script. Here's how you escape. Step 1, write your personal finance mission statement. 3 to 5 sentences about your goals. Not your parents', not society's, yours. Example, I'm building a $10,000 emergency fund by December 2025. I'm investing 20% of my income for financial independence by 45. I spend guilt-free on experiences that bring me genuine joy, not validation. Print it, put it in your phone, memorize it. Step 2, create your boundary script. When friends invite you to something you can't afford or doesn't align with your mission, you need a polite but firm response ready. That sounds amazing, but I'm focused on some financial goals right now. Let's do something low-key instead. Game night at my place? Or simply, I'm sitting this one out, but have fun. Catch you next time. Real friends will respect your boundaries. They might even be relieved because they're also stressed about money. Everyone else, not your problem. Your financial future is more important than temporary approval from people who won't be there when you're broke at 50. Bias number 5, mental accounting. This is sneaky because it feels logical, it feels organized, but it's quietly sabotaging you. Here's what it means. You treat money differently depending on where it came from or what you've mentally labeled it for. Example, you get your paycheck. You budget carefully, every dollar accounted for. Rent, groceries, gas, savings, discipline. Then you receive a $1,000 bonus at work. Or your grandma sends you money for your birthday. Or you get a tax refund. What happens? If you're like most people, you blow it immediately. Drinks with friends, that thing you've been wanting on Amazon, a spontaneous weekend trip. Because in your mind, it's extra money. It's fun money, it's free money. But here's the problem, money is fungible. That means $1 from your paycheck is worth exactly the same as $1 from a gift. Yet your brain creates these artificial categories. Salary money, serious. Gift money, fun. Bonus money, guilt-free. Another version of this, you have $2,000 in savings. You also have $1,800 in credit card debt at 24% APR. Rationally, you should use those savings to clear the debt because you're losing 24% on one side while earning maybe 2% in your savings account on the other. But you don't, because in your mind, savings and debt are in different mental accounts. Touching your savings feels wrong, even when it's the smartest financial move. Mental accounting makes you act against your own financial interests while feeling like you're being responsible. The fix, the unified money view, plus the windfall rule. Here's your counter strategy. Part 1, unified money view. Stop thinking about different pots of money. There's only one pot, your net worth. Your net worth, everything you own minus everything you owe. That's it. That's your real financial picture. When money comes in from anywhere, it goes into the same system. Emergency fund, debt repayment, investments, necessary expenses, then discretionary spending, no special categories. No, this is fun money, so the rules don't apply. Part 2, the windfall rule. Any unexpected money, bonuses, gifts, tax refunds, side hustle income, follows this formula. 50% to financial priorities, debt, savings, investments. 30% to a specific goal you've been working toward. 20% to guilt-free fun. This way, you're being strategic and enjoying life. You're not being reckless, but you're also not being a miser. Money is a tool. It should build your future and bring you joy. Mental accounting messes up both. Tour splash number 6, anchoring bias. This is how salespeople, marketers, and even your friends manipulate you without you realizing it. Here's what it means. The first number you see becomes your reference point for value, even if that number is completely arbitrary. Example, you walk into a store. You see a jacket with a price tag. $200, now $89. Your brain immediately thinks, wow, $111 off. That's a great deal. But was that jacket ever actually worth $200? Probably not. The store just created an anchor, a high number, so that $89 looks like a bargain in comparison. You're not buying based on the jacket's actual value. You're buying based on the discount from an inflated anchor. This happens everywhere. Black Friday sales. Originally $500, now $199. Was it ever $500? Did anyone ever pay that? Doesn't matter. The anchor is set. Online courses. This course is usually $997, but for you today, $47. Was it ever $997? Probably not. But now $47 feels like stealing. Or in salary negotiations, your employer offers you $65,000. You were hoping for $80,000. But because they said $65 first, you're now negotiating up from their number instead of down from yours. Anchoring bias makes you overpay for things, undersell yourself, and accept deals that aren't actually good because they're better than the first number. The fix: do your own research. Plural, set your anchor. First, here's your defense. Step 1. Before you buy anything significant, research the market value independently. Check multiple sources, look at reviews, check price tracking sites like Camel for Amazon. Know the real price range. When you walk into a negotiation or a purchase, you already have your anchor based on research, not their marketing. Step 2. In negotiations, set your anchor first when possible. Going for a job interview? When they ask your salary expectation, don't say, "I'm flexible." Say your number first, and make it high but reasonable based on market research. Now they're negotiating from your anchor, not theirs. Selling something on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist? Don't ask, "What's your budget?" State your price confidently. They'll negotiate down from there, but you started high. Anchoring is one of the most powerful psychological tools in commerce. The question is, will you let others anchor you, or will you anchor them? Bias number 7, optimism bias. This is the silent killer of financial security, and most people don't even know they have it. Here's what it means. You believe that bad things are less likely to happen to you than to other people. Other people get sick and rack up medical bills. Not me, I'm healthy. Other people get laid off unexpectedly. Not me, I'm valuable to my company. Other people's cars break down. Not me, mine's reliable. So you don't max out your HSA. You don't build an emergency fund. You don't save for worst-case scenarios. Because in your mind, the worst case won't happen to you. It happens to other people. Until it doesn't. Until you're the one in the ER with an $8,000 bill after insurance. Until you're the one laid off with 2 months rent due and zero savings. Until you're the one with a $1,200 car repair and no way to pay for it. Optimism bias feels good. It helps you sleep at night. But it's a lie, and that lie has destroyed countless financial lives. The fix, the 3 to 6 9 emergency rule. Plus scenario planning. Here's how you protect yourself. Rule 1, the 3-6-9 emergency fund. 3 months of expenses, minimum baseline. This is your "I lost my job" buffer. 6 months, comfortable security. This is your "life threw a curveball" buffer. 9 months, optimal independence. This is your "I can take career risks" buffer. Start with 3, work towards 6. Dream of 9, this isn't optional. This is the foundation of financial adulthood. Rule 2, scenario planning. Once a quarter, ask yourself, if I lost my income tomorrow, how long could I survive? If I had a medical emergency, could I cover my deductible? If my car died or my laptop broke, could I replace it without debt? If the answer to any of these is no, you're not being optimistic, you're being reckless. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. That's not pessimism, that's wisdom. Life doesn't care about your optimism. Murphy's Law is real, prepare accordingly. All right, let's bring this home. We've covered 7 cognitive biases. 1, sunk cost fallacy, stop throwing good money after bad. 2, present bias, delay gratification for future freedom. 3, overconfidence bias, respect what you don't know. 4, herd mentality, stop living for other people's approval. 5, mental accounting, treat all money as one unified resource. 6, anchoring bias, research first, decide independently. 7, optimism. Bias, plan for the worst, hope for the best. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Your brain is not your friend when it comes to money. It's wired for survival in a world that no longer exists, a world where immediate gratification kept you alive. But you don't live in that world anymore. You live in a world where delayed gratification, strategic thinking, and emotional discipline build wealth. And that's not natural. It requires systems. It requires awareness. It requires you to fight your own instincts every single day. But here's the beautiful part. Once you understand these biases, you can't unsee them. You'll start catching yourself in real time. Wait, am I falling for the sunk cost fallacy right now? Hold on, is this present bias talking, or do I actually need this? Am I doing this because it makes sense, or because everyone else is doing it? That awareness, that's the beginning of financial transformation. Look, I'm not here to judge you for past mistakes. We've all made them. I've made them. The tech friend I told you about, that was me. The bad crypto decision, mine. But I learned. I built systems. I studied my own brain like it was an opponent I needed to outsmart. And now, years later, I'm financially free, not because I earn more than you, but because I stopped sabotaging myself. You can do the same. Starting today, pick one bias from this video, just one. Implement the fix this week. Next week, pick another one. In 3 months, you'll look at your bank account and wonder why you didn't do this sooner. If this video helped you see money differently, hit that like button and subscribe. We drop deep dive finance psychology content every week. No BS, just actionable strategies that actually work. Drop a comment and tell me, which bias hit hardest for you? Which one are you tackling first? I'll see you in the next one. Stay smart, stay disciplined. And remember, rich people aren't smarter than you. They just learn to work with their brain instead of against it. Now go do the same.